Hello everyone, and welcome to my final version, or at least final version for this class of my level for troubleshooters. So throughout the course of this, I had to make a lot of changes to the original idea. It was originally an arena shooter, and as it went on, I tried to create more of a traditional, like, first-person shooter campaign level, but I added a little twist, which I'll show you here in a minute. So a lot of what I wanted, I didn't end up getting working, just due to time and due to the complexity of what I set out to do. So here is this. I made a lot of changes to the actual blueprints, the standard blueprints you get, and what they do. The bullet now shoots glowy orbs. They're very glowy. This was supposed to act as like something you shoot and the ball activates physics. However, I couldn't get it to work and I couldn't figure out why or what was wrong, and unfortunately that's just kind of how it ended up being. So this is the other path that the player can choose from the normal path, and I wanted to show this off first because it takes a bit more time. But effectively it creates a platformer for a first-person shooter, and I thought that was a really neat idea. And the idea is that you can only jump on the solid platforms. Unfortunately, there's a color difference with the platforms, and I couldn't figure out how to make that stop. But you can use the gun to tell you what is and is not capable of being jumped on. And I am terrible at video games. So I jumped right over a platform. The reason I went with this was that I ran out of time last week and realized I wasn't going to be able to make the original idea of like foam darts. So I wanted to create a new mechanic for this, and I was just using the mechanics that was already built in to Unreal Engine's first-person shooter. And I thought it was a really cool idea to create a platforming first-person shooter, because I haven't really ever seen that. Whew. You also die when you hit it, the floor, which I intended to put spikes on, but unfortunately did not get to. So we'll try this one more time before I just give up and show you by walking. Here we go. Darn it. Oh well. So, continuing on, we have this long tunnel that is also lit using that same green light. It's to give it the idea and effect that it is a digital or cyber world. That's why I also left it completely untextured and unmaterialed. I wanted it to look as much like this is just a computer world as possible. Here you have a vertical platforming section. Again, same idea. The only difference being that it goes up. Every jump is possible. I have tested that and made sure that it is possible. I am just really bad at first-person shooters and at games. So this leads to the back room, and originally, and when I have the time, I'm going to go back and finish this. This would take you up to this room, and that would be your victory. This room isn't lit because there was nothing to do in this room. This was going to be how you completed the mission. There were also going to be a few enemies in here, maybe like kind of a boss type enemy that you fight. And this is left over from the original idea of this being an arena shooter where you needed to have multiple rooms to run in and out of. Or multiple ways to run in and out of, I should say. And here you have little enemies, and we're just going to simulate them. So as you can see, they run about and run into each other like little derpy dudes. Unfortunately, I could not get them to follow me properly, and I'll show that off here in a minute. I did my best, but I had this problem before where I did everything that would make them follow me, but they don't, and I don't have any idea why they don't. I don't know if it's I made a mistake in my blueprints, or whether I just didn't even put the right stuff in the blueprints. And I've tried my hardest to get that to work. What is it doing? It should just go to play. No, not standalone game. Why did I select that? I'm in selected viewport. There we go. Jeez. So, I also at one point had them set to be destroyed when I collided with them. It was originally supposed to be set to when I hit them with the glowy ball, they would, destroy. It would destroy the actor. Unfortunately, again, that didn't work no matter what I did, and I honestly couldn't figure out how to set it up where the event would begin on hit and how to tell it what it needed to hit. But I know it should have been set on event hit. I know that much. I just couldn't figure out how to set it. There were so many different things on the event hit that I couldn't figure it out. And another thing I had intended and have at least the ideas down for was a respawn mechanic for them, where I was going to set up little spawn points here, here, and in all the places they are. And what the idea was that it was going to have an integer that every time it sensed that a destroy actor happened, it would increase by 1, and then when it increased by 1, it would check a branch, and if that branch said, hey, is the number greater than or equal to such and such, and if not, spawn the enemy back in with all the components and whatnot, and then just keep doing that. And if the number exceeded what the integer set, what I wanted to set the integer to, if it exceeded that number, then they would stop spawning, and that was going to be the way through this area. One of the biggest things was adding obstacles like this to give the player an area to shoot from and attack from. They cannot move past these, and that's why I set it up this way, to give the player an area to kind of be safe. And again, this kind of works on the idea that this projectile has a lot of arc, so it's up to the player to learn the mechanics and the physics of the glowy ball and make it hit the enemies. They also can, again, run up, and they were originally supposed to chase you. But unfortunately, that wasn't working. And again, this was supposed to be an elevator, but I figured that since it's not even going to have the finisher, I just didn't end up getting around to it. I intend to finish this, though, in the near future, and I hope you all will watch it then. I'll even upload it to YouTube, and if you watch what I do, you'll see it there. Alright, that's everything for my level. I hope you all like it and enjoyed the way it was designed. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.